Ego is limiting. My name is Natureal Blonde, and I will show you exactly where to find Staurolite and the most colorful and dangerous mineral haul. Welcome to an adventure that's going to take us to the edge. Today we're on a quest for a rare mineral that I've been dreaming of finding for decades. Who's with me? Camera bags. You're up. Grab your sunglasses and sunscreen. 10 a.m. and 98 degrees. Gimbal, you can watch Team Fangs.
Whitewater rafting with Hotspot.
But first, let me set the stage. I've been captivated by the legends of a mule-riding hermit for years, trying to piece together the puzzle from countless accounts that often lead to nowhere. Instead of helpful directions, I only found personal tales filled with bravado and ego. This elusive treasure became an obsession, prompting me to spend over 100 hours on Google Earth and poring over every research I could find. I could tell you everything there is to know about Staurolite, short of the exact location. But that changed in 2024. The target, Pilar. The Rio Grande Gorge was a reasonable place to park for this one-day expedition. We deliberately passed up on the Harding mine for this adventure. And guess what? We found it. Not only that, but we'll take you on a journey to discover multiple mineral beds, providing you with precise coordinates and insights on where to look and where to steer clear of. Along the way, we'll explore the fantastic and colorful minerals this remarkable area has to offer, all shaped by a dramatic geological history. Our focus will be on the Paleoproterozoic quartzite and the alternating Paleoproterozoic pilitic schist of the Picurus Mountains and Pilar Cliffs, a triangle-shaped spur off the Sangre de Cristo chain in northern New Mexico. These two bands alternate to create an incredible treasure trove of minerals in one stunning location. Understanding this can help you prospect new beds. The Pilar Cliffs area has three main types of rock layers. The Bandito group. This is a mix of changed volcanic rocks and sedimentary rocks. The Glen Woody Formation. This layer consists of altered volcanic rocks that are about 1.7 billion years old. And the Hondo group. This is a large section of sedimentary rocks that formed in a shallow marine environment. The Bandito group and Glen Woody Formation are not directly connected but are found in similar positions beneath the Ortega Formation on different sides of a geological fold called the Hondo Syncline. A notable manganese-rich layer at the top of the Glen Woody Formation indicates that most of the upper part of this section has not been significantly disturbed. The upper part of the Bandito group was primarily a mix of volcanic and sedimentary rocks that gradually transitioned into the sedimentary Hondo group. The Glen Woody Formation is likely part of the top layer of the Bandito group and may relate to a section that has been lost in the southern Picurus Mountains. In the northern Picurus Mountains, any transitional layers between the Glen Woody and Ortega formations appear to have been destroyed or may never have existed. Just south of Pilar, the Glen Woody and Ortega are separated by Pilar Shear Zone. A captivating array of only faintly radioactive specimens can be found. The Glen Woody Formation consists of light-colored schists that range from pink to white to green, primarily composed of 50 to 75% quartz and 25 to 50% muscovite. Thin sections reveal anhedral to euhedral quartz megacrysts with a fine-grained matrix of quartz, muscovite, and feldspar. The schists exhibit a well-defined layering on various scales, particularly with thick sections of pink schist interspersed with light green and white schist, showing variations in color and mineral proportions. Light pink muscovite in phyllite form and muscovite glitter dust weathers out on, you guessed it, microscopic particles of glitter on everything for all of time. We also found pink manganese rose quartz and green oggen palitic schists with quartzite or oggens with some feldspathoid grains. The contact with the overlying Ortega Formation is sharp and myelinic. with no transitional rocks present. Notably, the upper 30 meters of the formation display manganese and rare earth element enrichment, visible as a pink horizon due to the abundant pink muscovite. And the presence of gemmy red Piemontite, a manganese epidote. Beneath this contact, there is a green, 1 meter thick schist comprising of Andalusite, muscovite, and quartz, where the green color is attributed to manganese Andalusite. Tourmaline, ranging from chocolate needle, manganese-rich dravite to black iron-rich schorl, is common throughout the formation. Accompanied by a variety of accessory minerals, including fuchsite, light purple lepidolite, the rock that does not exist anymore but is a member of the polylithionite-trilithionite series, aka purple muscovite, epidote, clinozoistite, zoistite, thulite, tremolite, sillimanite, kyanite, cyprine, and bright copper-orange Andalusite. The Ortega Formation is typically a remarkably mature, massive cliff-forming, gray to grayish-white, medium to coarse-grained cross-bedded quartzite. Crossbeds are defined by concentrations of black iron oxide minerals. Aluminum silicate materials are concentrated in thin muscovite schist horizons. Common accessory minerals are ilmenite, hematite, tourmaline, epidote, muscovite, and zircon. Bandito group pure white megacrystalline quartz with heavy blue streaks turns to lithic metasomatized cemented quartz crystal. Sillimanite, dark blue quartz with zinc and manganese, quartz veins, and amphibole. Lead. I always find lead. Nearby formations like Rinconada offer Marqueñas agate, conglomerate, manganese grains, and Cretaceous fossils. Beryl is more near the Harding peg, but eagle-eyed kids can find these and tiny purple garnets too at Garnet Beach, which is a stop on the whitewater rafting tour. Ask the guides, they'll know exactly what you mean. This info has not been made available except for word of mouth. We started at Rio Gorge, a location with rocks with a faint base radioactivity. Turns out slow-melted sedimentary and volcanic rock silica seems to meld over time, recrystallizing into larger, gemmier specimens. The schist, aluminum, mica, and amphibole separated from the quartzite with radioactivity, further melding and acting upon the slow, metasomatizing crystals. Where it acted upon quartz, it turned smoky in bands that radiate out concentrically. I picked up a piece of that perfect specimen. We began our first day in the polar area, battling heat exhaustion, everyone except Kid Fingers, or rather, Teen Fangs. As we trekked along the trails northeast of Pilar, it was a bit of a disappointment. Every rock seemed heavily tumbled and thoroughly searched. By the next day, we had a plan. Today, we'll venture much further, camera bags.
How much further exactly?
Well, you can't see it, but beyond Crumble Mountain, there's another hill, the Hondo Syncline.
And how far is that?
Oh, look, the GPS just went out. Trust me, we just need to get past Crumble Mountain. Exactly why we wore bright clothes. With a newfound sense of determination, we spotted a mountain and climbed straight up it to reach the untouched areas. Stick to the ridge. The first notable feature we encountered was a colorful outcrop of green quartzite.
Let's head that way so we don't waste our entire day. I'm sure people in the lobby are placing bets on our survival.
At the first Paleolithic schist formation, I found what we had been searching for, the Staurolite. Someone had been digging here and hollowed out all the good layers, leaving us with little to inspect. However, in the debris, I discovered half a Staurolite. Though very eroded and of poor quality, it was still a significant find. We continued to hike southeast into the landslide area, encountering more alternating layers 2 additional times. The last band of reddish-orange quartzite we came across was extensive and part of the actual mountain bedrock rather than debris that had slipped downhill. This section extended for about 50 meters to the crest of the next hill. We anticipated the next band would surely contain more unweathered Staurolite in matrix, positioned between the Pilar Shear Zone and the Hondo Syncline. We estimated we had about an hour to reach the next hill crest, but ultimately decided to turn back. It's right here, to the east-southeast of Pilar, and I know there are beds all over that hill.
You find the biggest, best pieces of quartz and washes. You gonna carry this.
We sensed we had eyes on us, and felt like it wasn't the people in the lobby waiting to raft. Start at the Rio Gorge Center, walk behind it, look up, and stick to the ridges. Hey, is that a trail?
Natureal blonde.
Equip yourselves with offline maps, a hammer, screwdriver or wedge, bear spray, knives, and water. I forgot to switch to boots for this adventure, and we had to watch out for Optunia cacti on the way down. Their barbs easily penetrate mesh shoes and have microscopic hooked ends on their spines. Oh, and wear sunglasses. The reflective schist is blinding. Also, don't forget sunscreen. Even brief exposure can be too much. Let's see, did we find all the minerals here?
Geological.
A variety of Andalusite that has a perfect dark cross shape in the center when sliced. Turn around, we have to go back.
Save some rocks for 2025.
Maybe your viewers will tell you where to start.